So lately I've gotten into legacies and I think they're interesting. The definition of a legacy is um, it's the richness of an individual's life, including what the person accomplished and the impact he or she had on places and people. It says ultimately the story of a person's life reflects the individual's legacy. Um, I think I think leaving a legacy is really interesting, and I think that whether you believe in the afterlife or not, I think that the impact that we leave on the world is cool. I mean, we're only going to be here for a certain amount of time, and I think the way you live on is is important. I think a lot of people like to think of their legacy as their children, and that for obvious reasons, because when you have kids, they live on, and then they have kids, and then it goes, it passes down. But I don't think that's the only way that we leave a legacy. I don't know if everybody can leave a super large legacy. You know, we probably all won't be in a history book or anything super significant, but we could all leave a little legacy. I think that we could all kind of enrich people, places, and things. And I kind of was looking at legacies and how to leave a legacy, and they were talking about at your 80th funeral, like your 80th, you got to 80 years old, and you passed away. And it was said, like, who would leave a eulogy at your funeral? What would they miss about you? What positive attributes will they associate with you? How are they describing you to your funeral? I thought it was interesting. We're all gonna pass away. What is it? Death and taxes. Those are the only two guarantees. And I think for us to think about our own mortality makes us live more in the moment, and it makes us. It kind of, when you think about your own mortality, you kind of have a different grind set, because you only have one life. I mean, obviously everybody knows you only have one life, but if you think about it, your time is very limited. And if you want to make a big impact, or you want to help as many people as you can, you got to start now. What do you want your life to stand for? How do you want to be remembered by your friends and family? What will those beyond your circle of friends and family remember you for? Yeah, so this is about the same. What do you want to leave behind? How can you serve? These are good questions to ask. I think we should all strive to leave a legacy, and not just with children, but sometimes I wonder if people have kids because they want somebody that will love them unconditionally, and then when they're old, they'll definitely have somebody that will be there for them, or if it's legacy bound, or if it's just genetic code to breed. I think we need to change that though. But yeah, I've gotten into that and other listenings. You can listen to my, why we should have less kids podcast if you're interested in that. So yeah, I'm just kind of reading about legacies and stuff like that. I haven't done, too much. A lot of these are just, I'm just kind of chopping it up, but I'm not. These aren't polished, So if you could leave a legacy, like what kind of legacy would you want to leave? Would it be with art, or would it be like with your job, being a master of your job, or maybe just, teaching a lot of people how to be better at their job, at your job, whatever your craft is, if you can train 100 people to be good at what you do, maybe that's your legacy, and that's the next, chapter. I think it's interesting though, how we live on. Anyways, I'm probably going to redo this one. I think it's interesting.